Hello Pisces, here to do your weekly reading from the Aussie Goddess for the week of the 24th to the 30th of September. Firstly, before I go any further, I'd like to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm truly humbled by the response I've had. I'm loving every moment of it. I really enjoy reading, so it's been amazing. If you haven't subscribed, please join us. If my readings don't resonate with you, however, please move on to the next reader. You can also check out other aspects of your natal chart. Ooh, moving away from something. To find out whether perhaps your moon, rising or ascendant, or your Venus resonate more with you. Cards I'm going to use today are the Julia Massaglia After Tarot. I'm going to have a change of cards for next week. But let's get on with your reading. I think we're ready. Hang on, maybe not. Okay, now we're ready. Alrighty, so card at the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. So for me, this week, for you, not for me, but for me looking at this card, I would see you this week looking for some sort of stability, organisation, structure in your life. It's possible that you've been all over the place at the moment. I feel like sometimes people are looking for something and they spread themselves thin and start doing all sorts of things because they want this, you know, more traditional, structural side to their life. But they're so busy looking for it that they, you know, become confused by bringing too many things in. And perhaps this is what's happening for you this week, Pisces. The Hierophant does talk about, you know, traditional things. It can talk about marriage, you know, traditional relationships. It can talk about organizations, big institutions. It also talks about like honesty and, you know, structure and things like that in your life. And it feels to me like you're really, really looking for that this week. Let's see what the story is here. Okay. So the first card out is the Justice card, which sort of supports the Hierophant quite a lot, really. So the Justice card talks about having an equal balance of give and take in your life. It could be that, you know, you've been in relationships where one person's putting all the effort in and you feel like you're, you know, not getting your fair share. It can be that you've been with people who are emotionally cold, so you haven't got back what you feel the love is that you deserve. It can also be very sort of practical too, where you're putting in a lot of effort physically too and the other person isn't reciprocating. It's definitely the card of karma, the whole what goes in must come out thing. So it could be this week for you is a week of karma. Paying back, you know, karma that you may have created in this life or past lives, but definitely what you're doing this week. Well, it can also be the courts too. Sorry, with the Hierophant up the front there, and then this card, I'm thinking you may be going through some legal proceedings at the moment. That's very possible too. Okay, so the next card out is the Chariot. So let me note this is the third major arcana you've had in this reading, which means that something is being divinely guided in your life at the moment. The Chariot for me is about taking your power back. So I'm thinking with the Hierophant in the front and the Justice card and now the Chariot, that maybe you've sort of been through times where you feel that you've given your power away a little bit. Maybe you felt you've been giving a lot of your power to people and not receiving what you deserve in return, and now you're ready to take this power back. And the Chariot talks about moving forward. It can talk about holidays, moving, can talk about a lot of other things, talk about buying a car. But in this particular instance, it feels to me very, very much so like you've decided that you don't have power in your life. And maybe you've been sort of, with the Hierophant card at the beginning, maybe you've been looking for some stability, but you've been sort of a bit scattered of late and you're just wanting that stability now. Okay, the next card out is the Five of Swords, and it could be that you've been in a little bit of conflict lately. Now, this card shows a person winning that, but the thing is it's a very empty victory because nobody's with him to celebrate with him. He's won nothing by winning this battle. So even though he's won the battle and he feels like he's a winner, look at him, he's gloating about it, he feels like he is, he's got his sword raised, but actually there's nothing, he's earned nothing from this. It's a very empty place to be. So something's been going on for you, Pisces, where it feels like you've just been investing a lot of energy in for no return. Okay, next card is the Devil. Now, the Devil can represent the sign of Capricorn. It can also talk about codependency. It can talk about addiction, bondage. It can be a very sexual, lusty card. So it can talk about having relationships that are not fulfilling because you're busy chasing relationships that just fulfill you in the moment. And to me, this is a lot to do with the cards that are here, because I can see in the Chariot you want the power back. I can see in the Justice card you're looking for some equal give and take, and I can certainly see in the Hierophant card that you're after something more substantial. It's like you're seeking for something that you're getting no satisfaction from. You're looking for things you're not finding. You're looking for things. You're looking for things in all the wrong places. And it's funny because someone else had a reading like that earlier. It's like you've been grabbing at things trying to make yourself happy. You've been doing things that you think will bring you satisfaction, but actually they haven't been. You're missing something. Okay, and then we have the Magician. Again, Major Arcana. This is the 5th Major Arcana out of 6 cards. Something's going down, Pisces. So the Magician talks about us being in the position where we can have anything we want. But I feel like you're sort of abusing this power. And I think this is why the Devil energy is here. Because it's like you can have anything you want. You're obviously in a position in your life or time in your life where everything comes to you very, very easily because you have this power. But I feel like it's just so unsatisfying for you at the moment. Because you're looking for something that's not where you're looking. But you have all the tools to do it. You have everything you need here. Everything. You're just incredible at the moment. You just have so much power, but you just, and here comes the Hanged Man, another Major Arcana. What is going on here? Okay, you need to take time out. You need to stop what you're doing. Whatever it is you're doing here, you're burning yourself out with this Devil energy. It's like you're chasing something you cannot find. And the universe is now saying you need to take time out and look at things from a different perspective because you're looking at them wrongly. You're trying to find something outside of yourself which exists within you. And you have to find that now. So in the Hanged Man, he has the aura around his head here because he's enlightened. He's learned to look at life differently. Wow. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is a woman who's often psychic. She's beautiful, she's motherly, she is very nurturing, she's very down to earth, she's emotional. She may get a little over emotional sometimes. She hasn't quite learned to temper her emotions like the King of Cups has. She could be a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio. But she's a very, very gentle, loving person. So whether or not you should be taking more of this energy on, Pisces, at the moment, or whether you're learning that this is the energy you need to adopt, somehow or another you have to learn this energy, because what you're doing is looking for things outside of yourself that you need to look inside for. Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles here. So this looks like somebody that you have as an interest, or it could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It's a person you have in your life. It's a person that's very stable. It could be a Taurus because the Taurus is here. But this person's really stable, down to earth, honest, structured. They're more like the energy that you were looking for in the Hierophant. So maybe this is the energy you're working your way towards. Because they're asking you to take on the energy of the Cups, which is what you are. in that you're a water sign, but you're not you're not at the moment adopting the energy of the Queen, which is much more tempered. Now, it could be this you're dealing with this person, or it could be somewhere where you need to be. It could be that you have like Capricorn in your stars too, Taurus in your stars, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, so this is you moving forward now. So maybe you've put in the work as the Hanged Man and you have reached this pinnacle of this sort of pentacle energy, this down to earth energy. Maybe you've grounded yourself a little bit more. You're not up in the stars so much. But you're moving away now. You're waiting for your ships to come in. So something you've put out to the universe, and maybe it's this stability that you so desperately crave in this reading. Okay, a choice. Balance. There's balance needed here. So we have 2 pentacles and we have someone trying to balance them out. And again, his ship's here. So before his ships come in, he wants to balance out what he has in his life. Now, it could be that you have 2 choices here. It could be 2 people. It could be 2 options. But you are waiting for this ship to come in and you want to be balanced out before it gets here. So you're desperately trying to reach this place of equilibrium before your ships come in. So very nice reading, Pisces, but good story. But yeah, there's a lot of confusion and a lot of trying to get your life in order here. I don't know what people are going through, but certainly a lot of energy of trying to find some equilibrium. All the way through this reading is balance, finding balance, not understanding how to bring something more stable into your life. It's all over the place. Okay, and the card you got is the Coffin, and it talks about natural endings abound. Take care with your health. So I think that, you know, when I look at that, my biggest concern too would be that because you're so spread with everything, that you're not paying attention to your health. And maybe that's what they're asking you to do in the Hanged Man here by taking time out. Your energies are really scattered. I feel like you're desperately looking for something and you're just not sure what it is you want. And that's where you're going to end up in this sort of like trying to balance things out energy. Lovely. Thanks, Pisces.